What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? This is the Browse, man. I think I got some dope content to stream. Charleston White versus Princella, the Queen Maker. I've been following Charleston White for a while now. Even had the chance to interview him recently, which is on the Go Gate House YouTube page. Charleston White, I see him as somebody who stands against all the things in the black community that, maybe, you know, are seen as detrimental, but we celebrate them anyway, right? All the things that don't help us progress, right? The things that don't help us move forward, right? We have found a way for the things that moves us backwards, right? We have found a way to see backwards as our progression, right? We have found bliss and regression. How about that? And Charleston White, as we're looking, right, and we are caught up in, celebrating the things that actually harm us. Charleston has used satire, uh, obnoxiousness to make everybody see the other side of the picture, to make everybody look, if everybody's looking right, he's made people look left also. And it's given us more of a scope to look at the black culture and say, man, we was okay smoking Tuka, but when he said he's smoking on King Von, we had an issue with that. But we should not be smoking Tuka or King Von. So that's how I see Charleston White. Priscilla, I'm just recently getting familiar with her, and I've seen some interviews. And to sum it up so far, right? I believe as I watch her, I'm gonna learn more. But to sum it up so far, I feel like she is giving women the game. It's almost like, yo, ladies, look, these men out here, they study y'all, and they know y'all like the back of their hands, and that's why they're able to use y'all how they want in this game of life. I'm gonna give y'all the game. I'm gonna give y'all the game of these men, and I'm gonna also give you awareness of yourself and your power. You know what I'm saying? So to see Charleston White and Priscilla come together, you know, to battle, debate, discuss, whatever it is, I'm excited. I'm excited. So I'm gonna watch it, share my thoughts, and hopefully I'm entertained, educated, and enlightened. So let's get right into it. Yeah.
Just text, I know it's a toss. Oh.
So okay. All right. Let's see right here. You know, another one. One second. There is audio, right?
She just, man, goddamn, you good, girl. Damn, you good.
Okay.
Wall that's in our bodies from the vitamins, the zinc, potassium. That's the biology. Eating right, the proper water, understanding that your body is made up of this much of water. Right. That's biology. That's the gift of life, and that's where most black women in these environments are failing that because they don't have the prenatal curve. They don't have the biology.
Right. And see, they did, but here's the thing: because we have put the psychological and the sociological program, and we eliminated the foundation of biology, because everybody is trying to talk about psychology and sociology. You want to know how you know that's true? Because you got people out here saying, I feel like I'm a man, men can have periods. This is the sociological program before the biological program, creating mental disorders in people, right? Because you've eliminated that. Now we're talking about programming in school again. That's the program before the biology, continuing to create these mental disorders, because the proper order is biology, psychology, sociology. Biology, psychology, sociology, in that order.
Mind,
right?
body, soul.
Yeah, in that order, right? So if you don't do that, right, you're going to have a bunch of people who cannot see where the errors are in life because they have eliminated the foundation. You No structure can survive on a cracked foundation, but they didn't remove the foundation and got people all in the air willy-nilly.
So let me just say this, right? So I'm sitting here listening to her talk, and I'm saying, man, most of us have children at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that we allow our children to see, because we're young with these young brains from 0 to 5,
Yeah,
it distorts everything. This woman done broke down in the order in which we have to operate.
Mm-hmm.
That's why one party in politics is way more powerful over black people than the other party,
Mm-hmm.
because they create a lot of social programs,
Yeah.
a lot of sociology,
Yeah.
and it focuses a lot on our socioeconomic status.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it never talks about our biology makeup.
No.
It never talks about our mindset. So that's why when I started working with children in the juvenile system, and I would ask the detention worker, man, what's different about the kids today than we were before? And they said, well, the kids today is substance abuse problems
Mm-hmm.
and mental health issues,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
biology,
Mm-hmm.
and psychology.
Yeah. And how did that happen? So John Calhoun did a study.
Okay, so far it seems like they're agreeing. I mean, the body language, they're on one accord. This is a very relaxed interview. Uh, I think Charleston White is ready to bark on dudes. I never seen him bark on women. Actually, I don't see Charleston White. He's not in that lane of you black women, you black women, you black women. The problem is black women. The problem is black. I don't see him. I don't see him as that. He focused on the men, especially the men that claim to be the toughest, the gangs. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at his composure. And yeah, like they don't want to call, but we'll see, man. Maybe they might turn up, or it might be a whole peaceful stream.
Okay, on rats, Universe 25, Rat Utopia. He took 8 pairs of mice and put them in an artificial environment, gave them everything they needed, gave them housing, gave them food, and put them in a lot of space. When they took the mice out of their natural environment, they no longer had to forage for food, right? And so in this cramped in environment, what happened? The energy like testosterone built up, and then they boomed the population from 8 mice to 2,200 before it
They
collapsed.
just start fucking.
Yep.
That's what they do in the ghetto. They do a bunch of fucking.
But that's what happened with black folks, because when you create this hierarchical system, right? Again, remember, at the bottom is where the most freedom is. The least amount of controls. At the top is more constrained, because this is where your board of directors are. You have to have organization the higher you go up. So this is why it's more constrained and more disciplined. At the bottom, there's less controls, more relaxed, and so black folks don't have no real rules. They don't have no real rules. And so then you come in with the social programs doing just like Universe 25, to the point that the mice forgot how to be mice. So people think it's a matriarchy in in the black community. It's not a matriarchy or a patriarchy. It's free flow, uncontrolled, wild animals
That's
down there.
That's why when you see, if you look at a black household,
Yeah.
you'll see 5 different religions in that one household.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So if it when you look at other cultures, it's only one religion out of this house, because it's more controlled. When you look at our kids in 18, 19, 20, we damn near fucking up till we 40.
Yeah.
When
You know, that's interesting, because I think this whole thing is not only affecting black people. I understand why if you're a man of your house, in your household, you're gonna want one religion, so there's no confusion. You set a standard, everybody follows that standard. uh that organization actually helps you guys actually be able to live um and not be chaotic and not be all over the place and not, you know, have a purpose, because everything is we create everything, right? We as humans, like they say, we even created God, right? It's almost like we created God in our image, right? Because the descriptions that we give God is in our English language or whatever language that you speak. Nobody has heard God come out and say, yes, this is who I am, right? God is I am what I am, you know what I mean? And within that, we write our perspective of God, right? So it, in a way, it is okay to say we're all going to be Christian, and everybody in that family, in that household, abides by that. It makes life easier because y'all living linear and you guys have a routine, rituals, and the people that come in that family will always know exactly how to follow the blueprint that's been set. So now she's saying black people is like free floor and everybody's just out chaotic. I'm saying it's not just black people, because white people in America, it's an American thing. They have opened this door of everybody can be free. True freedom is do whatever you want. So in even white households, there are people who are religious and people who are not religious. So it's just as chaotic as black people. That's the point I'm making. The reason why we haven't seen the white chaos, right? Uh its flaws overtake America yet, right? Is because they built this structure so well, and they put themselves in the best position, and they dehumanized black people, whereas the comparison was always black and white. You see black people do bad, anything white people do, you see it as good. But now in this society where everybody seems like they're all over the place and don't have it together, and there's no organization, we're starting to see the cracks in white structure too. And we're starting to see that just like how the mice was in chaos and how Priscilla compared it to black people being in chaos, white people are also in chaos. And as you can see, there's other countries right now that are rising because the chaos in America has gotten to a point where their opposition, or the people that they're in competition with, is now gaining ground to be able to level up and even become superpowers against America. So I think what she's describing is the whole United States. It just took a long time for us to see white people, for us to see that they should stink too, because we were so focused on black shit stinking.
Get the Paris Hiltons.
Right.
They was fuck ups at 1st. But the higher you get up, the more control.
The more control. Yeah.
The more control.
Right.
We used to have control.
Yeah. At one point, when the government told us how to live, so you understand, ex-KGB de facto, Yuri Bezmenov, he came out in 1984 and told people about ideological subversion. Most people don't understand what ideological subversion is. Ideologies, the ideologies or the philosophies that you all live by that govern your behavior, because thinking makes it so. Thinking precedes action. So whatever you do is based on your core program. So ideological subversion is how to destroy or subvert or take away the ideologies. So the first step to ideological subversion is demoralization, destabilization, crisis, and then normalization. Normalization is a process. So what is normal is not natural. So to demoralize somebody, before you demoralize, you got to say what morality is. What is moralization? Moralization is a byproduct of philosophy. Okay, you create a philosophy, or this is how we do things, and then from that philosophy, you create a moral standard, right and wrong, based on the philosophy. The people at the top create that, and then they push it down to the people on the bottom and tell them what to do. This is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. That comes from the top. It don't come from the bottom. So when you subvert and you start this malicious subversion attack, you remove the philosophy that produces the morality, hence demoralization, the removal of morality. You could see this happening in the United States because when I was in 5th grade, I remember them removing prayer out of schools. This is a part of the demoralization process. The
conflict resolution. Kids no longer say I'm sorry. You see a generation of children who have no conscience that governs their emotions to say I don't want to do that, right? So well, what I mean by that is they've taken away our morals.
Yes.
And hip hop have become the ideology form that we all have taken on.
Right.
That's why we support the pimps, the gangsters. That's why when the killers go to jail, the whole community don't say, well, just let him, he done his time, he done a crime. That's why we say free the killer, even knowing he killed somebody, because we no longer have any morals. So she went and studied, she went and studied some shit, and she's teaching it, and it's so truthful that it's hurting niggas, it's hurting men.
Yeah, and speaking of that, thank you guys so much for that knowledge. I want to kind of pivot and take it to the headlines of the YouTube streets. As you know, you guys have lots of content and things going on. Charleston, now you know I got to go into this, and you know I got to ask you about one of the biggest headlines you see whenever you Google or YouTube or anything about Charleston White. What we see raping and beating. So I got to ask you a little bit about that.
You're the first person ever asked me too. Yeah,
I would like to ask you about that. I have seen a couple of videos of you making some comments. I'm sure you know what it is I'm referring to. So I'm going to give you some time to go ahead and let us know what's that all about.
Let's see, man. We're gonna see where Priscilla stands on this. I think this is a good question. I've heard Charleston White explain, why he has used rape as a way to get people's attention. I'm going to see his explanation, if it stands or if he's going to change it. And hopefully we get a debate going on with Priscilla here. Let's see.
I've never been charged with rape. I've never been charged with beating a woman. I've never been accused of it. I've never been in no domestic violence relationships. That was my way of wanting to come to the internet and say I'm a bad motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm the baddest nigga in America. That was gonna be my claim to fame. It was more in defense of Bill Cosby. So I started doing that right at the time Bill Cosby do it. I wanted to be the only nigga in America and then I was mad at the white people in the city. So I was getting into it with all the white, I was getting into it with my local politicians. So I would come into the internet saying some of the most horrific things, and I'm going radical at the time. So I was coming to the internet to go against white people. The same shit that they say to black women, the same thing that we say in rap music, I want to say to white people online. I served time for killing the white man. So I came out bragging about, I'm the only nigga I know ever done time for killing the white man. Nigga, we stood over the white man and watched him die. But I didn't run. I wanted to see what a white man looked like dying, just like in the movies, right? So, the internet said, you ain't never killed nobody. I said, okay, well, nigga, I got away with raping white bitches. Well, when I broke it down, we were raping as kids. I got locked up at 14 years old. I got out at 21 years old. Where's a rape case at? Where was a nigga raping? And I'm telling you, when we was kids, nigga, we were fucking at 11, 12 years old. What you think we were doing? You think we knew how to properly have sex? No, we were running trains from the ideologies of the music. Hey, we want some pussy. Me and my homies like to play this game. But there's a part that says every time it gets to me, I will shit out of luck because I stick my dick in and it will get stuck. The girl will say, stop. I say, I'm not. So at this time, when I'm making
basically I've heard this explanation before. Okay. okay, let me give my opinion on that, right? I think how Charleston gets away with this is saying it's satire, and I was saying all these things for attention so that I can bring awareness to my work. But then the contradiction is sometimes the way you get attention to do good may be the same way that may tarnish your good. Mm, mm. The way you get attention to do good may be the same way that tarnish your good. Okay.
Video, I'm actually working on children rape cases, boys who running trains, recording it. The girl. So, I was teaching from a standpoint, and I use vulgarity. Yeah. So,
I disagree with the teaching part. I think Charleston was trying to come on the internet and get attention and be famous and earn from that.
no, I ain't never done it. I ain't never been accused of it. But I was talking about white women.
So you and I'm not sensationalism.
Man, well, I chose satire and shock jocking. So just like Priscilla, man, I went to college and I studied what satire was, what a shock jock was to do in public speakings. Man, I want to be mean to white people. I ain't give a fuck about I done rape white. And I went downtown. Too. And said the same thing. I can't wait till we start raping white bitches. Like, so, but I'm taking everything to what the rapper said and taking everything back to slavery. I was being real mean to white people, but I ain't see no nigga that had the heart to do that. And I want to be that nigga that'll be brave enough to go, so I done raped some white women. And I knew by me saying all these horrible things, it's gonna make people look. You can't find one accusation, one video. So I wanted to be what the niggas is to white folks. Ultimately turning around and have to fight my own people. Because I'm saying, why would black people be offended by me specifically saying white women? And then when I break it down, see, they won't never play the whole video where I break it down and talk about most boys are taught to rape because this is a rape culture. Look at the movies 50 Shades of Grey. Look at porn. So we're taught this as little boys. Say, come on, nigga, let's run a train on them. We don't know to properly ask for sex. So we're having sex at such an early age. We're taught to get the girl drunk. That's rape in real life. Coercion for sex is rape. So we're taught all this as a boy. I'm a man saying this is what we did as kids, homie, and we really were raping. But we moved into the white people neighborhoods doing this. We don't. She like me, but everybody go fuck. This how we do. These niggas just don't want to admit it. I came to the minute doing what she did, admitting the faults of men. These are the faults of men. Have I ever done it? No. But I act like I have. I act like I done killed somebody. I ain't never killed nobody. So what I wanted to show as well was the hypocrisy. I killed the white man. And there's real evidence that I served time for murder. Documentation, you know what they say? You ain't never killed nobody. I raped white bitches. Yeah, you rape white bitches. How can you believe one and not the other when one has proof and documentation and the other has nothing? So this is what they say. Well, he admitted to it. What fool will admit to rape and they still locking Bill Cosby up from 1969? So I use that. I don't apologize for it. Now I do it again if I had to start all
over. I mean, right now he's saying he doesn't apologize for it, but it depends where he's trying to go. I remember Kevin Hart. He said if his son was gay, he would, and his son was playing with a doll, he would drop the doll on his son. Something he said on Twitter when everybody was saying wild shit on Twitter. And he couldn't do an Oscar because of that. That's crazy. So what is the evolution of Charleston White going to be like? Is he just going to stay? Because, I call him Street Messiah. Is he just going to stay on the YouTube streets? Or is he going to try to get in the building where these white people are breaking serious bread? Because if Charleston White was, ever to, let's say, present an award where he's going to be on a national television, They're gonna bring all this shit up, and they gonna all the you see right now. It's like, yeah, people don't like him, but he's hailed. You know, people see him. Yo, Charleston he's saying some real shit. The moment he's about to get on that big screen, all you will see is red. It will be like you never had a fan, because all they will put out there is the negative things. Farrakhan does a lot of good for the black community, has issues with the Jewish community. When you go on Google, you would think he has never done anything good. He has never organized, mobilized black people, helped black people who came out of jail and structured them better and put them in society, help them build families and whatnot. You would never think he did that, because that's the image that they have presented him on Google as anti-Semitic. And who has the power to do that? Google. And who's behind all these big tools? White people. They got the money, they got the power. You know what I'm saying? So they can make Charleston look like whatever they want him to look like, and he has given them enough ammo to do that, right? So that's where, you know, I'm like, is he going to apologize? Because right now he's saying he's not apologizing, but in his evolution, when they they dangle that bag, you know what they do when they dangle that bag? He will apologize. Because Charleston, outside of him talking right now, I could see Charleston do something like, you know, a show, you know, be a host. I could see him be a host. I could see him in a suit be a host, a show on TV. You know what I'm saying? I could see him do that. Because he's on YouTube right now, and it's cool, and he's built himself very, very well. You know, marketing genius, 100%. But what's the evolution? You know, because the bread that he's making right now, at some point he's gonna want way more, and that's when he's gonna need to rebrand.
And so I like to get a response.
Oh,
please.
of course. You know, I've been waiting on this because this the main thing I wanted.
Yes.
This the main thing I wanted to address, because one, here's the thing. You know, just as well as we all know about male nature, you ain't got to tell a male to do nothing like that, because it's already in his nature. So, as a figure, as a person who has the intelligence that you have, the ability to draw people that you have, these dudes looking for you to be their daddy, and you get out here and be like, yeah, I rape white bitches, I rape. These dudes are waiting on the opportunity to take advantage. And let me tell you something.
I was hoping they'd do it to white women. Yeah. When I said it, I was really egging niggas on to go get white women, because I'm sick. Yeah, nigga, y'all doing it to the sisters. Go do to them white hoes and them Mexican what y'all.
Oh, he ain't backing down. Remember when they started? I told you it seemed like they was on one accord. This is a moment where she put Charleston in a position where Charleston either is going to defend what he's been doing or admit fault, right? And say, okay, I just been trolling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean what I said. Seems like Charleston is like, I'm going to stand on it.
Do to these sisters.
See, that don't work, because all these women are women. We're under a patriarchal society where men are standing on women's neck. So men are running this. This is a system. This is a game between men and men, and all of this stuff is hurting women and the planet by men doing the things that y'all are doing, and then we're promoting this. As a leader, you have to be responsible with your words.
I ain't no motherfucking leader. I'm a nigga on the internet trying to get some goddamn money.
And I think this right there, what he just said, that's exactly what he needs to say. You know what I mean? Don't be no leader for these niggas, man. Because the moment you step out there and you say you the leader of black people, they're gonna look at you as the Messiah. That means you gotta spoon feed them. You gotta treat them like you the father and they're your kids. You gotta show them how to get money. You gotta put their pants on for them. You gotta put their skirt on for them. You gotta tie their shoes for them. You got to comb their hair because you the savior. You're supposed to do everything for them. They won't even hold themselves accountable anymore. Yo, like, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say Charleston was presenting himself as a leader, right? And for the longest, he was anti-system, right? And let's say there's a Grammy Award show, and they say, yo, Charleston, come be the host of the Grammy Award show. You know what niggas would say? And I'm niggas would say, oh, Charleston sold out. He with them white people now. I thought he was the Messiah. He was the leader. But guess what? Them same niggas that would say Charleston sold out is going to be watching the Grammys too. So that's why you should never say you're leading black people and you putting yourself out there to say, I'm the face that's going to lead y'all. Nah, don't do that. Come in the game. Peep the weakness in the game. Take advantage of it. Amass wealth. And then give back.
Yes, now if you make me your leader and you go rape a white bitch, fuck you and that white bitch. I don't love all women. I don't give a fuck about all women. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if a white bitch come up rape. And at the time, I was revolutionize. I was really trying to amp my niggas up. Let's kill white folk. Let's rape white women because I want to do to them what they done to us. I really meant that at the time. And I know when the revolution jump off, when the war started, killing and raping is a part of the war. Jesus. That come with it.
But see, you see what I'm saying? This is.
Like you say, Jesus.
This ain't no. Race.
And it's just to get back at white folks, though. Not to leave black women alone.
This ain't no race war because guess what? You see how they laughing? You see how when he say let's kill, let's rape, baby, that's what they support. And so women are in danger. All women are in danger. I don't give a damn if it's a white.
Okay. That's what they support. Violence is part of human nature. It's been like that since day one. Women are violent. Men are violent. I always say men shoot, women poison. So I'm trying to understand what world is she trying to create? Is she trying to create a world where everything is utopia? Because that's Fugazi. Or is she trying to create a world where women rise above men? Because if that's the case, then she should not be surprised that men retaliate, right? Or is she just on the internet trying to get money too, just like Charleston? Let's watch her game, man.
White woman, black woman, they all ready to do that shit to you, me, your kids. They don't care about no damn color. And so all they want is to hear.
Nah, nigga ain't gonna rape no white bitch. They scared to rape a white
No,
woman.
they gonna rape everybody because you know what? Big Mouth out there. I don't know if anybody know what happened in Somalia, right? They gave them soldiers caught. They wanted to take over some land and destroy another territory. They took those men, they gave them cot to chew, put it in their mouth, drove their sex urges up and told them this is what you do to be a real man. Baby, when they got their testosterone up, baby, they went and raped kids, dogs, men, women, and it was so bad over there. So I'm telling you, these men, that's what they want.
Nah, they ain't gonna rape no white bitch. They may fuck on a little girl. They ain't, nigga, one thing I know about these niggas in America, they ain't finna do nothing to no white person, especially not no white bitch. These niggas is too scared of white folk. No, they'll do everything in the black community. And I'm saying, okay, nigga, if y'all want to do this, let's go across the railroad tracks and do it. Let's make some songs talking about raping the white bitch. Y'all got songs talking about putting the molly in the girl drink. So let's make us some songs talking about killing white babies. Boy, y'all got songs talking about killing our babies smoking on Tuka. Let's smoke on some white babies.
Yo, it's so crazy because this is where white people defeat black people, right? So black people would say, white people, they murdered us, they enslaved us, they raped us, they did this and that to us. They're evil, they're vile, they oppressed us, right? If a black person rise up and say, let's do the same thing to them, black people will be the first person to destroy that black person and say, no, we actually need to be good. And we need to find love and peace and you understanding and equality and all of these things. And while black people are in search of that, they're literally asking the oppressor for that. They're asking the oppressor for love, for equality, for money. That's what we're doing. So if a black person come and say, nah, fuck that, let's take the shit. Let's fuck them up. Let's be as violent as the universe has been since the beginning, since the Big Bang, which is violent. Guess what? It will be black people that will destroy that black person that's trying to rise to give power to black people. So black people rather be subjugated and they rather be told what to do and they rather be oppressed. And that's why I always say, if black people are not willing to fight and take back their power, then negotiate how you want to be oppressed. Some people want to be oppressed by working at McDonald's and building a white structure and company for them. Another person is like, hell nah, I want millions of dollars. I'm going to give you my publishing and give you this and give you that. And you can have my soul in these tracks and y'all can put it in y'all's library and y'all can hold it and pass it on generations and build value on what my soul has given with my art, right? But just give me $1 million. Don't treat me like that nigga that works at McDonald's. But that nigga that works at McDonald's is going to look at the nigga that's making millions of dollars and say, you sold out. But you sold out working at McDonald's too. That's your negotiation. You want $17 an hour. The motherfucker that's doing the art wants $100,000 an hour. That's the difference. So at the end of the day, it comes back to, if you ain't gonna fight, then you're going to submit. And that's what black people always do, submit. Because the moment one black person comes out on some gruesome, grimy shit, get back shit, they say, you know what they say? You got to submit because this is dangerous, this is evil. But if the same black person comes on some gruesome, evil, vile shit against other black people, then guess what? You got to celebrate that person. Look at hip hop. Hip hop is black people constantly talking about how they're going to destroy other black people, and we celebrate that. But if a black person start talking about let's destroy white people, it will be black people that would tell that black person, stop. You're doing too much. Very interesting.
Let's smoke on some white. Yeah, let's say fuck. Yeah, so I'm with that shit because I understand. We are a nation of people, not a race of people. I don't give a fuck about the race. I care about my kind that's within the nation. I know there was a faction of the Black Panther Party. Them niggas went out and became serial rapists. Raping and fucking and killing is just part of the man's nature. Oh. Yeah. Raping and killing is just part of the man's nature.
I told you. It's part of their nature. So why, when you think they come in your house, you got them around your kids? See, these men keep telling you we visual.
Niggas ain't turned on by kids. It's something, nigga. Now, I know a bunch of niggas. Now, it's a bunch of niggas freaking the motherfucker, but they ain't gonna touch no baby.
Hold on. Look, check. The male don't have no moral compass. He don't have an internal moral compass.
Sure
he wake up with a heart on.
Let me just say this. He may not have a moral compass, but he develops one when he's in the right environment. Right? Because I grew up believing raping and killing was cool. I've never done it. I believe raping and killing was cool.
And you still do.
I don't do it.
Yeah,
I believe it should be done in retribution. I believe whatever was done to black people in America, they should do it to everybody else. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. I'm 46 years old and I've been preaching this since I was a kid. I ain't raped nobody. I ain't molested nobody. I've been around a lot of niggas that's been 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 years incarcerated, locked up since they was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and they ain't never raped or molested a baby. So they have to have some type of something that governs them.
Well,
they work around women. We in the strip clubs every night, touching whole pussy, and we've never been accused.
Well,
of this.
but that goes against the numbers that's out here with all of these girls.
But it's white men numbers though. When you look at the statistical rape value, it's white men. It ain't niggas.
No, because let's keep it a buck, because we know that black folks was sweeping this shit under the rug. You got Chester child molester in the house.
Them hoes were touching on that dick too. Them little boys, 7 years old, that grown man dick. Women been molesting too.
What happens in our house stays in our house culture. Now,
all that. So let's keep it a buck.
We know things going on behind closed doors.
It was more women doing. It was more women facilitate molestation than it was the man.
The
woman overlooking. The woman overlooking. We not gonna put all this on the man. Because Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, man, none of these people have been accused of abusing women. Yeah, we fuck a lot of women, but we ain't abusing women. Some women are meant to be fucked on. Some women need their ass kicked. Some women need their pussy took. Some women need to be. They need it.
But see, here's the thing.
Because all women ain't women. It's some bitches. It's some hoes. It's some ladies. And you have to know how, just like she can identify these suckers. I'm telling boy, you better not look at all girls and females and think they're a woman. Bitch, prove to me you a woman.
You telling this to people who don't even know how to decode a facial expression. Listen, scientific studies show that the male can't even determine if a woman trying to attract him or not.
Man, listen. So they tell boys, don't hit girls back. I've been whispering in my son ear, go hit her back. Hit her, she hit you, you hit her back.
And that's why you got to stay away from males.
That's why you got to stay in a woman's place.
You got to separate.
That's why you stay.
Hey, I like that little that's why you got to stay away from males. That's why you got to stay in a woman's place. Woo! That's why you got to stay away from males. That's why you got to stay in a woman's place. My only assumption is, let me use my imagination. Back then, women and men were probably not socializing. The women were nurturing and cooking and taking care of the kids. And then the men was out there hunting and going to war, protecting, securing the bag, So when the men and the women came together, it was always based on like probably sex, festivities. But I don't think men and women were in any romantic situation where it's like, I love you. This is what I'm going through, baby, blah, 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 blah. So both Charleston and Princella are really resulting back to the primal way of humanity. It's almost like they're speaking caveman language. He's saying, stay in a woman's place. She's saying, get away from the males. Basically, they both speaking of segregation. And I don't speak about segregation of the genders in the negative thing, in a negative way. I don't even mean it in a physical way. But have men and women integrated too much to the point where we don't even know the difference of gender? Well, we live in a society where people are very fluid. Have we gotten too close? And do we need to separate? Should men go be with men and understand manhood? Women go be with women and understand womanhood. And we can come together, because this integration has created confusion. And within that confusion, we're trying to find ourselves. And it seems like it's taken a very long time to reach a common ground, right? Maybe the best way to reach a common ground is for both men and women to stand outside of the situation. And I mean that metaphorically, not physically. Stand outside of the situation and go understand what being a woman is and go understand what being a man is. So you can both see the field, and when y'all come together, you can be on a common ground because y'all have been able to separate and see the whole field. Whereas when everybody's mushed in, you are so deep inside, you can't even see outside of it to understand what you are actually experiencing. And you're so mushed in and so fluid, you start thinking you are this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're that, and you are all of it. And that's where a lot of the confusion come from, right? So at the beginning of the stream, they were talking about how America is so confused because back then a whole household would just be one religion. Now you can have a household of 6 people and they all believe in different things. One is an atheist, one is a Muslim, one is a Christian, and that all creates confusion because they're not able to build anything with a foundation where they can replicate easily because there's a routine and there's structure, right? And with structure comes discipline, and sometimes it's not going to be what you like, but listen, we all got to be Christian because this is what's going to help us progress in this environment that we're in, you know. But if you go be this, you go be that, you go be this, you go be that, it's no structure.
That's why you don't live with them. Don't go to school.
And don't talk back to a man. Quiet and don't talk back to a man, because all the women before me that I saw gracefully, those were those kind of women. Her grace and her essence of a woman would shut his motherfucking ass up. When the essence of a real woman come around, niggas pull their pants up, say, man, don't do that in front of her. Then it's naturally will be done it because her presence of a woman, a bitch won't get that response. A hoe won't get that. That woman that made her son kill her was a bitch. That man with that 14, that was a bitch. Arguing back and forth with a man. I would have watched my mama remove herself out of the presence of a disrespectful boy, playing like he a man. Wouldn't even respond to him. But a bitch got something to say back. A woman removes herself. It's certain things that a lady ain't go do. And when a lady walk into a room, men straighten up. I swear to God. Boys are misbehaved, but men straighten up.
Now we talk about the effect when we still get away from the cause. So now, we just agreed earlier that women are kept out of the knowledge of a male. I done went down through the science of the things that women don't know about men. And women have been conditioned under patriarchy to let men do this, let men do that, support male degeneracy. So if we're not going to attack the root of the issue, talking about
like
what people
my woman
doing,
said, he my sorry motherfucker. She happy with why you want to change the dynamics of the man.
So what we talking about? If we can't speak out of both sides of the neck. Women got to do that, but it's okay. My woman accept my degeneracy.
This is what I'm hearing. It's all the man's fault.
No. I told you earlier. The people in this system are victims of this, the male and the female, because this goes against both the male and female nature. Who did this? First of all, the average male is not the creator of patriarchy. Y'all didn't create the religions, neither did the woman.
I don't believe in religions. I don't read religious
books.
This is what I'm saying.
This ain't about you, Charleston. This is about the public.
But hear me out about the public though. So if they happy, why we need to change it? Or if they're not happy, why should we change, right? Why should we change?
So we like dysfunction? Are we trying? Are you sending people to jail because you want to change something, or you just like putting niggas in jail because it's fun?
I just like putting niggas in jail because it's fun.
So you ain't got no real. You ain't got no. So what's the point of you even talking to little boys and raising them? What's the point? That's fun too.
To help them make it through prison.
Well, why? Why would you change? Why would you even care about them making it through prison?
I was a kid going to prison.
Yeah, but what that got to do with it?
So I don't care about grown folk. I don't care what happened to grown folk. I don't give a fuck about grown folk.
See, that's the difference.
See, I was called to work with kids because I was a kid that wanted to kill and rape and do all this type and never got to do it. It never got to do it. So I go work with the kids that's doing it because I got to tell them, nigga, you going to prison. You go do this. So he can make it through prison and turn into a Charleston White.
Well, Charleston White that care about
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care about
necessary
it's very necessary
to the refinement of the black man.
Yeah. Prison is very necessary. I mean, listen. I don't care about half the shit I talk about. It's just good content. I care about the shit that I do in real life.
He said, "It just, I don't care what the fuck I talk about. It's just good content." Hey yo, listen, man. Hey yo, this nigga wild. He wild.
Work with kids that done really kill people. See, I fuck with the real killers. I'm just online bullshit. The shit I talk about online, the shit I do in real life, I don't come speak online about it. This shit is entertaining and content for me. I don't give a fuck what happened to black people. I don't give a fuck if a black woman get raped brutally by 10 white men. I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck. It's not my bitch. I only care about the bitch I'm fucking.
But
my wife and mother. I don't give a fuck about the world.
Ladies, I told you that. I told you that women are commodities to men and they mark their territory.
Yeah, that's what you're
and all they
to
do
we
is collect you. And if you're not somebody they own, they don't give a damn about you. I keep telling y'all, men are incapable of love.
I don't own my wife.
Can't. They're incapable.
I don't think I own my wife. I don't dictate nothing to her.
I'm not. My thing is this. I'm not really tripping about nothing he's saying because all it does is tell you the truth about what I've already told you.
And I've been telling y'all, a man is gonna be a man. He cannot not be a man.
So is there resolution?
It ain't no resolution.
Ain't no resolution.
It ain't no resolution.
First of all, it ain't women's job to try to fix this. What your job as a woman is to recognize what he's saying is the truth and you act accordingly. Don't try to change his mind.
Yeah.
Don't try to reason with him. Let him say, and he's telling you the truth. He's telling you how they are. He's telling you how they think. I told you men are incapable of love. Stop trying to make them love.
That's not true. That's not true. Dr. King loved the shit out of Coretta Scott. And he fucked like a motherfucker. And that woman never came and spoke out one bad word about this fucking preacher.
We ain't saying nothing about fucking.
Hold on, I'm just breaking down. Men are capable of loving because they're humans, and all humans are capable of love. All humans are capable of change if they're placed in the right environment.
Hold on.
Come on now. Listen, because if man is not capable of love, then me and Kevin Gates will be enemies today. He conquered me with love.
Hold on,
His loving response to me conquered my hate. I was being hateful, saying he got fucked and raped. That man conquered me with love. Oh man, we the best of friends now because he the first nigga to conquer a nigga with love.
Now hold on.
I love you.
Hold on.
That's
Now
what he said.
Earlier,
he said, but hold on, just watch the video. He said, that's what got me. I still wanted to be mean to the nigga.
Let's have PRINCELLA respond to that.
Hold on. Now, we just got finished listening to I Don't Give a Fuck. We can rape all these women. Hold on. We can kill
white women. Stick with white women, though. No. Listen, see, that's what they don't want to stick with. I'm saying white women. Rape white women. I don't give a fuck about black women. I care about the women I know. I care about the women I know.
Y'all, listen. Y'all hear it at your own. Earlier, he said,
What's going on? Oh, okay. This must be from their own play. Woo! Oh man. The content is contenting. Oh man. Like Charleston is controlling the room. I don't think Priscilla has been able to get her point across. It's been all in response to what Charleston has been saying. He's definitely leading the conversation. Okay. Is this okay? So
y'all listen, that's a 27-minute cut, right? That was in the middle of the show. Okay. They want you to watch the rest of it on Zulu, right? It got heated in there. It started off cool, and then it got heated. And y'all see how it got heated. I got a couple people, well, why Princella there? Listen, sweetheart, you can't think like me. You ain't got the ability to think like me, right? I'm on a mission. You playing games, right? I prove beyond the shadow of a doubt everything that I say to be true. The truth don't need no defense, baby. The truth don't need no defense. Let the truth speak for itself. It ain't nothing that he said that didn't prove all that I speak, right? You think I'm here to change somebody's mind? Is that why you think I'm here? Right? You think what you think I'm doing? Baby, I'm here to expose the truth and shine a light on it, right? I don't have to say nothing. The truth speaks for itself. And ain't nothing that he said showed you anything different and opposite than the what I already told you, right? Right? So I knew if I was going to get a real conversation out of anybody, it was going to be Charleston, right? If it was going to be a real conversation out of anybody, it would be Charleston, right? Some of y'all ladies are afraid. Why is she talking to him? He rape folks. He promote rape. I know what he said. Y'all asking me, why am I talking to Charleston? By you asking me that tells me that you're a type of person that I have an issue with a person and what a person's saying. And instead of you addressing that person in their face, you'll talk about a motherfucker behind their back because you a coward. Why you asking me why Princella ain't no coward to go address Charleston words out of Charleston mouth? I'm bold enough to do a video, a breakdown live. Why I ain't bold enough to go ask him directly, right? I had a conversation with him directly. You might not be that bold, but I am, right? Because I stand on truth. I stand on principle. I stand on solid ground, right? Stop asking me why I do what I do. You can't think like me. Stop trying to, right? Stop trying to. You just sit here and you just watch my show and learn. That's all you need to do. Stop asking questions because you think like you've been thinking in this artificial world. You don't think like me. Stop questioning me. I showed you that all we got to do is listen.
I think she's very well composed, but I want to see her angry side. So I haven't really watched everything that she's done. Obviously, like I said in the beginning, that I'm catching up to her. You know what I mean? I've been following Charleston, but I haven't followed her. But I am doing that now, and I also want to see her evolution. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these guys who are wordsmiths and who have the gift of gab, they utilize that to create a brand, and they sell this idea that they're here to help people or move them forward or give a message, or they should be looked at and studied and they should be followed, right? And a lot of times they have an image that they present, but outside of that image, they're also real humans, right? So outside of that brand that they put out there, there's a human side, so when you hear her speak, she's very eloquent, well composed, well mannered. I just want to see her ratchet side. And I think we gain a little bit of it right now. You know what I'm saying? See, Charleston, he puts it all out there. I can watch an interview with Charleston White on Say Cheese, and he's making some real great points that the young black men need to know. And he is tarnishing the reputation of the streets, which would save black kids' lives. And some black kids would now not look at the streets and the words of the streets and the people that represent the streets as law and as God. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you would see Charleston and he would be saying wow, crazy shit like go rape white women. You know what I'm saying? You can always pick and choose what to watch when it comes to Charleston. He's very dynamical. You know what I mean? So me personally, I choose to watch the Charleston that I can have debates with. The Charleston that is going to be funny, but there are people that probably only watch Charleston say, go rape white women. And that's all they talk about. They don't care about nothing else that Charleston says. So in that case, are you not chasing Charleston based on what you were attracted to? Because yeah, you say you hate him saying those things. That's all you focus on. You know what I'm saying? Why are you gravitating towards that? If it's that bad, don't watch him at all. Why you wake up every day to watch something that you hate about somebody all the time, you know? But Priscilla right here, we're going to see, you know, as the camera's on her, we're going to see all her sides. And I hope she puts her flaws out there, right? While she's well composed and eloquent and whatnot, that's cool. I hope she puts her flaws out there too before the people find it, because it would tarnish whatever she's delivering, her message. Charleston, on the other hand, has put out his bad, and he's come out and said, I'm the bad guy and I want y'all to watch me. So when he says something profound, it hits very hard because you almost don't expect it, because you expect him to be a bad guy, right? Now, I did say down the line, if he wants to evolve and get that big white checks on national television, he will have to rebrand and apologize, which I think he would do, because he does say he is about the money. And if Charleston says, I'm sorry for the shit that I said about white women, niggas is not going to stop watching him because he's funny. You know what I mean? So I'm watching how Priscilla is building her brand, and it's interesting. Let's continue though.
All you got to do is listen. You ain't got to argue with a motherfucker. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to convince a person not to think the way they think. Why don't you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. 2 ears, 1 mouth. I ain't got to do a lot of talking. You can do all the talking. Yeah, loose lips sink ships. So I said men are incapable of love. Do you think it's love for a motherfucker to hurt you, kill you, rape you, not care about? That sound like love to you? Right? That sound like love to you? Look, you can watch the rest of it on Zulu TV. It's an hour and maybe 20 minutes long, right? It's an hour and 20 minutes long. Check it out tomorrow, right? But I wanted you to see what we did today, right? Because I know y'all was waiting on it. So listen, I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated in logic, rationale, right? They ain't hiding, baby. They're not hiding. What did Charleston say on that? He specifically said raping, right? Raping and killing is the nature of a man. It came out of his mouth, right? It came out of his mouth. Raping and killing is the nature of a man, but men are capable of love. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, right? I'm undefeated, baby. You know why? Because you can't beat the truth. The truth will prevail. And you will hear it if you just let a motherfucker talk. Let a motherfucker talk, right? So it's been real, right? Check it out tomorrow.
So if men are not capable of love, is she saying that women are capable of love? And if women are of love, who are they supposed to love? And if you say they're supposed to love their kids are also male and female. So they're supposed to love the little boys who will not be capable of love. What is the use of love for a woman if a man can love? So it will be one-sided. So what should a woman use her love for? You know, should they be lesbians and just love one another? Because that don't work either. You know, lesbian relationships don't last. It's called the U-Haul something. I forget the name, where they meet and it's like this. They get together real fast. They love. They moving real fast, and then they crash real fast, and then they break up real fast. So, you know, what's love? What's love? You know, who's capable of it? And how are women using love? If women are capable of love, have women utilized love in a great fashion that men haven't? You know what I'm saying? Men have built streets, shelter, transportation, agriculture, laws, civilization, society. It takes love to do that. You have to love your existence. You have to love something about yourself, love something about progress, love something about power. You have to even love power to say, I'm on this earth. I'm not just going to take it for granted and just say, I don't care. You know, all the dark shit that men have done from the beginning of time to now, they were also building. Civilization has progressed from then to now, from when everybody was just outside to the infrastructures that we have now, to the convenience that we have now, to the technology that we have now. If you don't think it takes love for men to bring other men together and to build, yeah, it does take love. She's just looking at love one way, but love is not something that you define as it has to be just one certain way. No, you have to love to wake up, or you would just kill yourself. You know, it takes love to dream about how better you want the world to be. You know, so I look at love as connection. That's what love is, connection. That, you know, the connectivity in life revolves around love. Love is what binds everybody together. You know, love is the reason why um people have boundaries. You know, so it can be defined in other ways, but my question remains, right? If men are not capable of love, does that mean that only women are capable of love? And if women are the ones who are capable of love, what have they done with it?
We're going to do some analysis when it's all said and done, right? But it's going to be a part 2, 3, and 4, right? Because he wasn't ready to go. He wanted to box some more, but I had him sweating, baby. I had him sweating, right? Right? I had him mad too. I had him mad, right? You see, he wouldn't let me talk, right? What I tell you? Emotionally reactive. What I tell you? Emotionally reactive. Once you step on that trigger and that ego, you don't get through to him no more. You don't get through to him no more. That's why I say you don't reason with him. What I look like trying to change somebody's mind? You act accordingly, right? So for the last time, stop questioning me why I do what I do. Princella, why are you there? Because he admitted to rape. I know what the fuck he admitted to. I know what he said. I know what he said. Do you not realize that I'm a leader of a movement to help your ass? I know what he said. And I don't talk behind people back, right? I don't got to talk behind your back. Let me address you in public. Let me address you about your claims. Because your commands, the commands that are in your voice for these dudes who are ravaging wolves, who have rape and murder or rape and killing in their nature, listening to you, ready to do exactly that. Because it's cool. And Charleston make it sound cool because Charleston don't give a fuck. And neither do these guys that you sleeping with. You sleeping with a motherfucker that really want to rape you. You sleeping with a motherfucker whose rape and killing is in their nature. And you wonder why your life is fucked up. You wonder why your life is fucked up because you sleeping with the enemy 9 times out of 10. They say, I don't know what I'm talking about, but then they get up here and say exactly what I said. Right? So what you want to do, ladies, right? You want to listen to me or you want to keep listening to them? You want to protect yourself or do you want to make yourself a goddamn target? Huh? You want to get ran over, right? You want to keep playing Russian roulette with your life? Huh? Because ain't no moral controls no more now, baby. It's free. It's free fall, right? Because the manosphere has made it okay for the male to tell you who he is. They ain't got to hide no more. They ain't in church. They don't have to play sanctified. Baby, the gloves is off. They're off. Manosphere red pill gives them the floor to tell you who they are. And you a damn fool if you steady looking at Princella and listening to Princella talking about Princella delusional. Bitch, where?
I like that. That's the energy I'm talking about. Bitch, where? That's the energy I'm talking about. But I do agree. I agree with her. I think this whole manosphere red pill has, a lot of guys have felt very comfortable to come out and speak their mind. When I was growing up, you couldn't really criticize women like that. You couldn't. And now men do it every day. Do I see something wrong with that? No, because women criticize men too. People should be able to criticize each other. But I want to know what's Priscilla's what's her I'm trying to find this word. Is it call to action? Is that what's her call to action? Is she saying that women should strap bombs on themselves and go blow up men? Is she saying run away from men? What does she want women to do? Yes, you giving women game. You just said, look at Charleston. He's proven all my points and everything that I've been speaking about. The women are going to say, yes, sis. You call them out, or you let him expose himself, whatever it is. Yeah, you got the message. What is the call to action? What is she? The women, she's carving a space. So the women that are coming into her space, what does Priscilla want them to do? What does Priscilla want them to dress like? What does Priscilla want them to look like? What does she want them to follow? As she's building, right? Because when you see the Nation of Islam, you saw how Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X to Farrakhan, you can see the discipline that they set, the attire that they set, the rituals that they set, the books that they wrote, right? And they have shaped a way of life for Black people. What is Priscilla's call to action? What does she want, women to do with the truth that she has presented, with the truth that the women know now from watching her? What does she want them to do with that truth? Is it just content to watch on YouTube? Because if it's just content to watch and monetize, then I think she should be funnier. I think I want to see her do some funny things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of skits. I want to see a lot of skits. And I'm speaking from somebody who has now watched everything, right? And like I said, I'm going to watch. So whatever I don't know now, I probably will know tomorrow or the day after, because I'm still, I'm following this new person that I've come across, right? But yeah, that's my question. What does Priscilla want women to do with the truth that she is presenting them? Because when you bring them to the well of the truth, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to just look at it? You want them to drink it? You want them to poison it? You want them to drown men in it? What does she want? women to do.
Where? Delusional where? Oh, it's just the man you know. Where? Because when he started talking about rape and killing, what did you hear in the background? Laughter. You heard goddamn laughter. That's what you heard. Is that funny? Is it funny if that's one of your children that they come across? It's funny, huh? Is it funny if it's you? Oh, it's all jokes, huh? Didn't take too long, huh? Soon as they start talking about it, hee hee ha 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 ha. Sound like love to me, huh? Princella the crazy one though. Princella the delusional one, huh? Princella just making it up in her mind. It's just the men she know. She chose the wrong one. Meanwhile, I don't know none of these niggas that's in here laughing about raping and killing your ass. It's good. Check it out tomorrow. 41 Shades of Men, the pursuit to subdue and use you. My Love, Men, and Manipulation Decoded workshop is up for registration. If you want to know what love is so you can stop listening to that, the problem is people do not know what love is. You don't have a definition. You can't define it. That's why it's okay to say that I can rape you, I can kill you, but I still love you. I can cheat on you, I can use you, I can abuse you, but I still love you. And a stupid motherfucker fall for it because you don't have a definition or a concrete understanding of love. Love, Men, and Manipulation Decoded workshop. Go to my website, PRINCELLA.com and register. We can check the rest of this out tomorrow. Peace.
All right. That was a dope watch. I enjoyed that. Yes, it did end in violence. Yeah, let's see the battle between Charleston White and Priscilla the Queen Maker, how it's going to end. Is it going to end in peace or violence? It ended in violence. I'm going to check out the full podcast or show when it drops, and I'm going to keep following these personalities. Priscilla is definitely a personality that I officially want to follow now. Let's go. Make sure you subscribe to Go Gatehouse YouTube. When you do subscribe to Go Gatehouse YouTube, go to the playlist, and there are many houses, digital spaces, rooms of exhibition where there are themed content. Click one of them and dive into that world. Enjoy, love it, hate it, debate it, share it, whatever it is. I'm here to communicate. I'm here to spark communication. I'm here to be a part of the people that create conversations, control conversations, evolve conversations and communication. It's all about the dialogue. And I say, I believe in the evolution of opinions and facts, and all opinions will evolve. And as we dialogue, we have to allow people that we disagree with to also speak, because we may learn a thing or two. We may learn something to stay away from, and we may also learn something to keep in our arsenal of existence. It's Beto. I'm out. Make sure you subscribe.